Welcome back, everyone, to another Gold Rush stream. Well, as things go, I've upgraded a few things while I was, working. Yeah. So that happened. I couldn't hold back any longer. I had to try it. And I must admit, it actually works pretty good. So what I'll do first of all, I'm just moving my operation to the other side. Actually managed to get a fair bit of gold out of that chunk, which surprised me. Can I reach this? I can. Ooh. So yeah, we've in the leaderboards. There's Diesel. I found him. He's right there with 6,200. I got 6,400 and rapidly going up. Turns out these things actually work way better. It's only cost me an extra 100,000 a day, which isn't too bad for how much gold I can actually recover off these. It's amazing when you don't spend the time driving around all the time to actually how much you can produce off them. It's actually quite substantial. Excuse me, I did too, I hit it, but it popped off again. Alright, let's come back around again. Alright. It's on again. Let's see it just roll away, because it disengages once in a while. Not entirely sure why, but it does. These actually don't take near as much fuel either. So yeah, it's amazing how much time you save not having to drive around all the time to just doing your Gold Rush stuff. And of course today I've done a lot to get these set up, so it's probably only been the last 10 hours or so in game that I've actually tried it. But all I know is the amount of cleanups I was able to do real quick with. Come on, you stupid thing. There we go. Good thing I only have one more after this one to fill up. So yeah, no, it's I like them. I really do. They're actually kind of useful. Lining them up is a little bit questionable sometimes. But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, one cannot complain. And whatever's left in this tank, we'll just put in that. Gold map. So yeah, ain't much left in here. Like, that one looks like it, but there's nothing. So we got this. There's some overburden on this stuff, but honestly, I don't care. Once I make the hole and punch it, we'll just run it. And this stuff is actually pretty decent quality. I know I won't get down to the bottom in it, but I mean, I don't think it really matters. As long as I get the bulk of it out. To the point where we can actually get to Nightshade before the end of the season. Because that is kind of the other big push that we're on right now. That's why I figured I have the opportunity now, because I have the cash flow coming in, that I could potentially just rent these. So it's costing 116,000 for my plant, my tier 5 plant, and it's costing me 100,000 for all 4 Franks being run. So I'd say about maximum about 240,000. But we're also getting a lot more out of it in return. Alright, there ain't much fuel left in this thing. The Jenny has been fueled up recently, so I don't have to worry about it. I'm just gonna put the hose on this thing again and fill it. Okay. I might as well start back here and light them up again. And I might as well turn the water up. Oh, water's on. Alright. Turn this baby back on. Alright, move over here. Oops, it didn't turn on. Now it did. Alright, I'll run down over here. Do the same with this guy. Conveyor. On. It's a process getting them running. Like, I'm quite amazed. Like, you look at it and go, man, there ain't too much material moving on those. I mean, it's going directly into the plant. It's not bad. Good. Looks like that one. I actually only moved one of them from over yonder. Which means I can actually dig a pretty good substantial hole very quickly. Because again, I'm not trucking anything. It's literally going right directly into the wash plant. And if a little extra goes off the edge, I still find it, you can still pile it on the end and works just fine. So I must admit, old man, you are very much correct. These things can move a pile of dirt. It's just I couldn't understand the expense at first. But versus how much you get in the end, it is 100% worth the extra cost. And $200,000 extra a day is nothing when you make 600 ounces in a single day. And like I said, you can make a hell of a hole real quick. You can see the dirt falling all the way back down the line. And I might get rid of one of them when I'm to the point of, you know, getting closer to the plant in the end. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, no, these things are insane. Insane in the membrane. Yeah, I remember now. I brought in a pulp. Why a Titanian said pulp? Because I'm too busy digging dirt, that's why. And yeah, I will have to move these things probably a dozen, 15 times or so. We know this, it's normal. It's completely normal. That is tasty. I'll start doing a swath over here a bit too. I'll also make it a full. And a little bit. The one thing that I don't like about this is I can't really gauge how much dirt I've moved and how much the plant actually has in it. So I will constantly get out, go check the plant, come back in and mine more. But the hour in game, I'm willing to bet I've already done about a truck and a half, maybe two. By the time I get there, mind you, there's... Versus what the plant's gone through is probably only 15-20% at most. But there's at least a truckload on the conveyors. And the conveyors were empty because I emptied them when I moved over. But yeah, not having to move the truck back and forth and the time to lift it and all the other stuff, moving parts and stuff on these things. Yeah, okay, I can see wearing stuff out, which is going to cost more. That I get. But, in the end, how much have I actually lost in those terms? There isn't too much gold in these pockets right here. Not until we get back further. But I gotta open it up, so it's easier to open it up on these. So I suspect we're probably going to get only 150 ounce cleanups on this one. Until we get into the good gold again. Mind you, how much is in these? 150, 238. Well, so it's not that bad. Really, they're not that bad. And the 150, well, that's quite clearly because I've already taken out 100. Alright, let's dig through this one a bit. Alright, gotta go check. I've moved quite a hole so far, so let's go quickly take a look. These things are impressive when they're running. Like I said, it's directly going into the hopper, which is directly getting washed. Oh no, we've got 36% already. Well done, I would say. Like I said, these franks are something else. There they are, moving a pile of dirt. Which is good, we want them to. So remember that part where I said there's 36% in the plant that's been washed? I can guarantee there's about 50% total that's on these belts. So it's amazing how much they're actually moving. Because again, at first you're looking at it going, but you're only moving 3% at a time. Yeah, well, think about it for a second. That's 6% per bucketful. There's typically 4 bucketfuls on each conveyor. So that would be 24% of a truckload times 4. So no matter what, there's always a truckload of dirt being moved. At any given point. And of course, since I've missed a little bit, I will every once in a while just do a couple scoops right across here to clean up my mess. Because we know there's good gold on it. There we go. So at first, what I'll probably do is turn. That way I can do that chunk more. Like again, we are moving a ton of dirt. When I start seeing that the mats have been swapped, I know. And I've also done exactly what has been prescribed. And by that, I am no longer actually doing the magnetite. For the time it saves you, it's not worth actually running. I was going to at first, but waiting for the separator and everything else isn't worth the time. Isn't worth the effort. Oh, mats haven't been swapped yet, so I'll just keep digging. I will bet sitting about 55-60%. As a total on the plant. Should be seeing them switch pretty soon. Not like there's not enough material on the line. Can't be that much gold left in that one pocket. 123. We've gotten through most of it. It's actually kind of a good thing. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. Alright, well, we might as well shut everything off on the way. Which means everything will pile up. I don't know how close we actually got to everything. The plant's got 12% in it. Well, 63% and 81. So we had a little bit to go, but made a heck of a progress in a short period of time. Get out of here, please. So which spring is it? Oh, it's this one. I mean, when you run hard for as long as we do, sooner or later, shit's gonna break. So we can't do anything but that. Once this went up to 59%, we're good on that. Okay, that spring we can't change out, which means it's this opposite one. That's at 4%. I better go buy 2. Now can I get out of here again? There we go. Alright, buying 2 springs. Like we got almost 1.2 million. Make sure this thing's cracked right full because I always need the fuel. Alright. Let's go buy a spring. Or 2. I mean, I might as well replace both of them right now. I knew sooner or later I'd have problems. Springs. Spring coils. Glacier Creek 815, 65. $13,000 for springs, not bad. You know, at first, couldn't afford it, but once you're up to 1.2 million, it's kind of like, oh well, is what it is, right? There we go. I know sooner or later I'm gonna have to start putting more money into this again. It's inevitable. Alright, as soon as I get this all back together, I can start to plant back up. Get washing, get these all back running again. I mean, I do have them all in a nice line. So they actually work pretty good for moving. Alright, that didn't take that much time in the grand scheme of things. Oops, wrong one. Just want that running. We had very little downtime, so that's a good thing. Until something else breaks. And then we'll have more downtime. I must admit, I really do like the Franks. I had problems with them at first when they first came out, but this is the first main season I think I've ever used them. And I kind of kicked myself for not doing it sooner. Because these things are honestly moving a ton of dirt real quick. I thought they were slower than this. Like, the feed rates kind of suck. I get that, but they're actually not that bad. I know the first cleanup in this pocket is going to be kind of crap. I know this. I'm not worried about it. There's only 250 ounces in this little pocket, so I am well prepared to understand the consequences of my actions. Wish these things would have actually more of a hopper on the end. I mean, you know how much dirt you need to fill this up to 100%. Well, there's 20% left to go. I know it's 20% left to go just by that swapping. There's about 20% difference. And they're still swapping, so I have lots of time to still make up. Well, I've actually got basically a truckload sitting on them. They're still swapping. And not to mention, by me doing the shitty one first, it opens it up so I can actually do a more of a proper cut going into the better ground. That's just the sluice box being done. Once it says the other sluice bucket's been swapped, I know I'm pretty much hooped at that point. But yep, I'm officially using the Franks. I got rid of my dump truck. I actually used it a little bit. I only had one of these running for a little while. Then I had the dump truck on the end of it, and I went, no. As soon as the next day rolls around, I'm going to get 3 more and just see what the difference is. I was losing a lot of dirt from the dump truck, because I forget that the dump truck's filling, and I'd come back to it and find out the dump truck's overflowing. It was kind of one of the oops moment type things. Again, did it still work? Yes, it did. Should have I used it? Questionable. 3%. There's another 3%. I know that I'm gonna have to go with the plant here pretty soon. I'm just digging into this spot a little bit more here. Then we'll do a quick cleanup and get back at her. Alright, let's shut this off and then we'll go quickly see. Usually by the time I get there, it'll be full. Oh yeah, it's pretty close. 98%, not bad. $99. Wait for it. Wait for it. There's 100. And wait for the bucket to be swapped now. There it is. Alright. I'll shut all these off for now. Yeah, these things move dirt. Because really, when you think about it, there's no possible way that I would have been able to do another cleanup today in the time frame that I had. It's impossible. Couldn't do it. Doing the trucks, start at 1800, wouldn't have been able to do it. Alright. Boop, 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 boop. I can do this real quick. While I'm down here. I have thought about getting another gold nugget here. Get rid of this one. I'm doing the swap. There's still no fast way to do this part of it. I was standing on the end of the damn mat. So yeah, I only suspect there's going to be a 150 ounce cleanup on this one, just because. Yeah, I'll run out on this, but yeah, it's fine. Fine if I wash half of it. Sometimes it's a bit quicker, and I can do the calculation. It's not that bad. If it would frickin' let me run half the time, that'd be great. Yeah, it's gonna be up just a second. Yeah, 34 is not great for that one. We kind of knew it was gonna be crap. But I need to get this outside edge cut so that I could get into it with the good stuff. And not to mention, the really good gold's in the mats. It's not in the buckets. So we had 34 there, right? Heh, we only had a 50 ounce cleanup. Yeah, I believe that. That outside edge kind of sucked. But it's good at the same time, because at least it got me to that point where I can really dig. Excuse me. Swine game. Boop, 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 boop. Boop. And boop. There we go. Alrighty. That was a quick little cleanup. Back to work. That's why I say with these things it goes way quicker. I would think I did a fairly good job of of lining these up, because there's no extra piles of dirt around here. There's a couple over there, but that was when I was first learning how to do it with the truck. Once you're set up in position, it's not so bad. Alright. And I actually think this one's actually got more gold in it anyways. Yeah, so by the end of the night I should actually have a little bit. I don't think I've done 2,000 because it's only been this day that I actually spent most of the time setting up the Mongos or the Franks. So it's, if I've done 1,500 yards, I'd be surprised. But then again, I think it's 1,000 per cleanup, so it's tough to say. The best I did with just the truck was 2,200 yards of dirt moved, or cubic meters, I guess I should say. That was the maximum. We're getting close. There we go. Well, 1,300. $1,499. So it took about 200 off, and money spent on equipment and rent was 209, which isn't bad. We can do a fair bit with that. Considering we have 311, so that's basically 1 ingot. So I can push it back up to 1.2. And who knows what I'm going to get for cleanup this next time too. Probably a bit better. Okay, that one had 258 when we started. What are we sitting at for him? Okay, this guy's done. This guy's pretty much done. Alright, so let's go backwards a bit here. We'll just clean this edge off. And worst case scenario, I could just drop it on the conveyor. That actually works. So there's not too much left in here. I'm just cleaning it up. I think we'll start digging into it a bit more. There we go. It's just starting to dip into it. Yeah, I can just put it on the conveyor. See, as it floats down, it fills it. It's fine, it works. much is on the next cube here? 164. It's 664. So it's not that much in this one either. But at the same time, there's 380 there. Actually, I don't have to go down that deep. These ones are only sitting at about 3 meters, so I only have to cut down about that much. So that'll go quicker. What it could do with him to make my life easier. Well, we'll finish the belt, and then I'll move this thing. And we'll just go straight back, and then we'll move over one. Still had some there. I mean, it's already full of pay dirt and running. Oh, crap. Crap. I see what you mean. I forgot the water. Forgot the water. Oh well. The little bit we're losing isn't really the good stuff anyways. I did turn that off. Alright. Didn't want up here, but I got up here anyways. Yeah, so that'll be about 20%. Just because I'm out here trying to move my frickin' operation. So we've already mined 20%. Alright. So we were back over there, so now we're here, so yeah, we can skadoosh backwards a bit. And just clean off a big chunk of this. Let's get the gold that I did drop. We only had 50 ounce cleanup the last time. Alright, but we can start digging into this corner, which we know is really good gold. This guy here is 658. we can dig deep on him. I wonder how much it actually goes down when I just tag into that part. I can always do a bit more cleanup later. I've tore a chunk out of that corner. Should be seeing signs. Oh, yeah. A lot. Well, should be a better cleanup now if I'm digging into that one. Clean that edge off too while I'm at it. See if I can just capture that shelf a bit. It's got 300 on the back side of it, but well, I haven't heard any more complaints from the wash plant, so I did manage to get another employee, and he is a master of the Glacier Creek wash plant, so that added a 3% bonus to its efficiency, which is pretty damn good. Oh yeah, we've dropped it down a lot. It's down to 188. And not having to lift up very often, I'm only doing minimal digs. So this is definitely a more efficient route to go. And I'm not even going to pay attention to the plant until it says the sluice runs have been swapped, because then I know there's about 20% left. I'll have to gas all that stuff up again soon. That's why I keep everything organized. I know I should only be doing quarter turns, but this is 180 and I'm going backwards anyway, so we're not bad. We can manage this. It's actually more relaxing doing it this way. Will I have more breakdowns? Oh, guaranteed. Guaranteed. I have 4 times the equipment. Well, 3 times the equipment when you think about it. I don't know how much lower I really need to go with this. I think this height is actually not bad. So we're down to 497. Yep, wrong way. Swinging the wrong way. Swing left instead of right. And you can tell when I say that, you know, the good gold usually runs out off the side. That's why I wish this thing actually had a hopper to it. There, I cleaned it off again, so we should be good for a little bit. That's a pretty steady stream. Steady? It's a steady stream. Rented lip syndrome. Okay. I haven't seen it yet, but we got to be getting close. It's got to be 75%. I'd say probably a healthy 75%. And I did replace the fuel tank. That is now ours. This track hole that I'm using is now ours. So I'm cutting down cost on that. When sales come in for equipment now, like for any kind of equipment, I'm replacing it with stuff that I can buy. Cuts down the cost. Actually quite dramatically too. Okay, with the stuff I'm taking out of here now, 448, so yep. That's good. See how much we have in the end. That's quite the sight watching all those work. Quite the sight indeed. Oh yeah, I should let everyone know what the... Forgot about that since we had 50 ounces. We're up to 65.10. If we have a... I'd say about at least a 200 ounce cleanup from what we're doing. We'll be about 67, so we'll be up here. If we get more than that, obviously I'd be happy. I'd be really happy. We will have to gas up all of the equipment again the next go around, which might be a pretty good opportunity to get a few other things done. But really, 200,000 a day, that's not bad. Not bad at all. We have 4.5 days that we have built up. And who knows what kind of cleanup we're going to get. We have 300 ounces in the clear. So we could... Oh, there we go. We're starting to swap out. So what we could do is we could actually start to I lost my train of thought. Oh, yes, we could just when we go to fuel everything up, we could burn in town, smelt the 320 ounce bar, and then move on to whatever we get. Of course, I could skip the day in general and still have lots. I can still be covered after this. I could just literally mine for a day without any consequences, going back to worry about expenses. It's actually kind of a good feeling too. The fact that I don't have a loan and I can just sit back and mine. No consequences whatsoever. I really don't know how many cubic meters that dump truck was in this game. I don't think it was 200 each. I think it might have been only 100 cubic meters each load, which would put it about 500, which would make sense because I could only average about 3, maybe 4 cleanups a day. Doing this way, I can do 4, maybe 5. Depending on how many times I have to fuel up. Alright, I'm going to do 2 more scoops here and then I'm going to head to the plant. So I know we should be getting close. We should be getting very close. Well, things are looking full. %. There's enough on the conveyors to fill that. So I can go off to the very back one and start shutting them down. Be about 97 by the time I get back there. Alright, there's a fair bit on that one. I think I have enough. I mean, everything's sitting at 97 or 98, so I could start doing this. Get off. Get off. Swine frickin' contraptions. No. Get in. There we go. 99. Were you that close? Alright. We'll do it the old-fashioned way. We'll clean everything out manually, I guess. It's probably time to do it anyways. Alright, I turned everything off. Eh. Can you back on so I can do this? Okay, I don't have to mine anymore. All I need to do is turn on this one. There should be enough sitting on it. Probably even just that amount. Is probably enough. We'll wait till it gets in there. Get these all loaded back in, then I'll turn the plant back on and wash up the rest of it. Backwards way of doing it, but I just think I just stubbed my toe on the frickin' jack. And again, put a jack there, really. Alright, there should be about 6%. Yeah. We'll gobble through that in a hurry. Should be about 3 buckets. Really? Fuck's sakes. Spend more time waiting for this stupid thing to work right. Alright, now that should be enough to fill it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Spent 2 extra hours waiting for these stupid things to actually move. Okay, now get out. So you're gonna have to shut it off immediately as soon as the first bucket dumps. There it is. Or not. Seriously? Oh, I don't have the fucking pail in there, that's why. Pail I threw up there. No wonder it didn't work. Alright. Can you tell it's been a rough few days? Brain function well not. Alright, let's make this easy. Bump. Dump. This one going this time. I mean, it should be a better cleanup than 50 ounces since we got into that other pocket. That is what I wanted to do. Sure I didn't forget the pail this time, because clearly I'm an idiot. Should really do that every time. Out here is done. I love the glitch afterwards because it was saving at the same time. Alright, let's turn you on. Well, I can tell you this. The gold is going up fairly consistently. That's not bad considering that's crap. Alright, put the pail back up over here. Watch it roll off the ground. I mean, we've made more than 50 ounces this time. Yeah, that's not bad. It's going up pretty quickly. That's definitely a more worthwhile pocket. $204. That's 150 ounce cleanup higher. Actually, 204 I think is the highest cleanup I've had. Yeah, 389 left in it. 188 still in that one. So that's not bad. Leaderboards, 35. With 6,700 ounces. I don't even see diesel now. So yeah, we're 1,000 ounces away from 33 spot. But I don't think that's going to take much. 4 cleanups and I'm basically there. Alright, where did I leave my truck? Gotta go gas these monsters up. No, I didn't want up the hill. Quit trying to force me up the hill, game. So I basically get 2 cleanups per fuel run. Okay, this time I'll start at the back, work my way back this way. I still have this one running. Thought I turned it off, but nope. Apparently not. I'll take a bit of fuel. And with that, I'm going to quickly use facilities. It'll take a few minutes to fill. 4 seconds in this case. Alright, that's fueled up. Now I just got the track hoe. And 3 more of these damn things. Might actually have to get more fuel. I might as well shut him off while I wait. I said shut off. That's what. Still stuck in the drive one. That'll do it. So we have 389 left in that one. So that's not bad. Up here's the best pockets. Kind of excited for those ones. But we'll basically go straight up, do this section, and then I think what we'll do is we'll go up and do this piece, come back down and do this section. I think that's what I'll do. I'm gonna need more fuel. There we go. And the jump was good. I'm gonna have to get more fuel. No two ways about it. Leaderboards wise, like I said, another 1,000 ounces and I'm basically up to this point. So far, this is the best I've ever done for the season. Sitting at 6,700 ounces. Yeah, 25% left. I can do one more. While this thing's loading its fuel tank, I could go with the track hoe and fill up the one without even turning it on. I can fill it up. Which would definitely give me a lot to go runtime wise. Okay, with 7%, that's pointless to fill that one. Leave it run. I'll be right back to it. Nope, wrong one. Nope. Just in that one. Aha! Yeah, that's the one I'm looking for. It's actually 4% a bucket. Interesting. Or at least I find that interesting. Alright, fuel tank is full. I'm curious to know how much that actually will do for runtime on the plant. So I might just fill this one up 100%. Shouldn't take me long, I'm already at 20. Because each bucket I know was 6% of the truck. It was 6% of the truck per bucket. When one truckload equaled about 20%. So by that definition, 4% on this one's still 6. So 6 times 4, 24. So there's actually about a truck, almost 2 truckloads per fill up on this. If it actually equates to that. It's kind of interesting math when you think about it. And I'm interested in it. I'm interested in the true numbers of it. I'm also interested to know how much left in this. 374. So not much. Cleaned a pretty good chunk of that pocket out. Somewhere along the lines I didn't get a full bucket in there. But we're at 50%. And I could start everything up again and just see how much it runs for a full 100%. More or less just because I'm curious. Because we can get these things running again once this thing's 100. And then just simply put, we can just have them run while I fill up the last one. There's enough fuel in the last one that hold it over for a few seconds or two. Oh, we're at 68%. I'm just finishing off this little pocket too. I don't know how big the hopper, the belt is on this thing. Like, how much can it actually handle? And instead of wasting a bunch of fuel with them, I could run them with 100% and then just finish off whatever I need for them, right? Instead of the constant runtime. I'm new with the whole Franks. I've never paid much attention to them. I played them a little bit in solo play, and they pissed me off to no end, so I never used them again. Never used them on a season. So I'm curious to know what the actual difference is going to be on them. And is it substantial enough to really warrant them? I think so. Alright. Could you imagine filling each one of these up to 100%? At least I'm not having to fill up the entire unit all the time. Okay, this time I'm actually going to do that. Yeah, there's pails on everything, there's pails on that, there's pails on that. Alright, let's turn this baby on. Let's fill up the last unit and the Jenny. The right one, Jenny. Yeah, it tries. That could take. Oh, one. Okay, so this baby is back to full swing. So she's dumping again. That tank's been filled. Alright, now we're just going to very much find out where 100% gets us. Kind of hoping for about 40-50%, but we're gonna find out. So these things are moving a frickin' pile. And it's still steady stream on those ones. Yeah, it's empty. So that's the last of it right there coming off. Yep, last of it. So I don't know if there's actually that much there. Yeah, that looks like it's mostly missing now. It's not, but sure looks like it is. It's not as much as one would think. Yeah, it's seriously not as much. That's better though. At least now it's mostly catching in here. I don't know if that's maybe a percentage that was missing or whatnot. It's actually tough to say because that one's still going steady. I think that works out to be about 30%. Yeah, not as much as you think. Well, they're all still running, so I guess it's back to me digging. And fortunately, just back to me digging a hole. Since it didn't equate to as much as I was hoping for. It ends up being just a little bit over a truckload, which isn't much. And I tell you, the last 3 days has just been pure thunderstorms. Now, I don't know how much I've actually got out of this. If I've got close. close to most of it. I want to say yes, but I don't really know. Let's start get to be a pile here. Alright, that's cleaned up-ish. That one's getting pretty close to cleaned up. I'm just more or less curious with the gold map. So 312, 152. That would make sense because there's not that much left in here. A couple more big bucketfuls and it's basically done. I think this is a more effective way to do it than to fill it to 100% and then get things moving. I think this is definitely a more effective way to do it. Just a steady stream. I almost feel like this damn thing's getting further away. It's like pegging right on where it's supposed to, but alright, let's do a bit more cleanup on this guy. We know it carries through. I mean, it was 600 and something when we started, so down to 307 is not bad. Not bad at all. That one's 663 and this one's 380. So getting into both of those is going to be highly beneficial. I lift my bucket. What am I stuck on? What am I stuck on? Get, move. Sometimes this game just sticks. I pretty much guarantee I know where most of the gold is. It's in that corner. We do have a steady stream going to the plant, so I'm happy about that. I think it's more beneficial. I know I'm using a lot more fuel and I know these things are expensive, but I do think honestly that it's a bit quicker. Like we've already done one cleanup today. about to do another one here in the next 5-10 minutes. I'm hoping that I don't have to move this bloody thing again. I need to move backwards. And I think I will have to move it. Shrink her down again. I don't want to well, I guess what I could do is this. I don't want to really change the angle too much. Don't really want to change the angle on that either. What I do want to do is don't change that. It's that. Alright, so if I put the parking brake on that, shift this over, hit G again. Make sure everything's lined up. There's not that much waste here. Yep, I am. We're good. We're good. It's working. For some reason. Oh yeah, thanks for all the likes. I knew it glitched. I was going, when it all of a sudden shows up as 0, I know there's something a little bit peculiar and fishy about things. Alright, I can officially move backwards here and not have any issues with conflicts of interest or whatnot. They're actually not too bad to line up. I thought they were going to be a lot worse than that. But all in all, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. Alright, let's back this guy up a bit. I don't know, I've always swore at these things, but maybe they fixed them so they're a little bit better now. I don't know. I can't explain it. Clean up more of the good gold that I've dropped. See, I can even, that's almost better to hit. Right there. %, there. Okay. I haven't seen the bucket swapped yet. Come on. Nah, it's not even worth it. Come on, give me a full friggin' bucket, you swine thing. I am curious to know what this cleanup's going to be like, so if you guys want to stick around for it when we do get it. Yeah, I started cleaning out this top corner, didn't I? Right, sure I was. I mean, we moved a pile of dirt again in a short period of time. Okay, there's 380 on the outside, right? We know there's that guy we're going to shut off. There's 374 now, still 279 there, and 660. It's probably all in this corner, to be honest, or that corner. And I can see that, yes, there is still going to be gold in the bottom there. We know this. We know this to be true. I do find those, I think they're more efficient. I honestly do believe they're more efficient than what I was doing with the truck. If I had like 4 or 5 trucks and people working them, yeah, it might be a little different. But as a one-man operation, yeah, this might be better. Should be seeing those bloody mats swapping here soon. Did put them all back on. Oh, there we go. Thy deed will be done. It's still swapping. I'm just starting to get into it in that corner too. %. Loose box still being emptied. Alright, so we got about 20% left to do there. Down to 368, so we've already taken a little bit out of that one. Down to 134 in that one, and 264. So yeah. Still a bunch in this corner though. Swear that's where all the good stuff is. I just can't reach it with the Frank then. That's one of the issues. Not entirely sure I'm going to do it yet with the other. What? might be able to just stick where my position is here. Might just have to stick the Frankenstein right down into the hole and see if I can match it there. See what I can do with it. Just cleaning up some of the ground a little. We still know there's good gold hiding in there. Oh, we gotta be getting close. I guess I should probably run to the plant here now. Just to check on it, because we just keep digging. Sooner or later we're gonna be full on this end. It's still a thunderstorm. 93, 94. I'll start from back here and turn equipment off. That one's empty anyways. I'll park it there. Let's see. Where are we sitting at now with this? 97. We'll let one more go down here. Or this. We'll clean this belt off too. Not gonna hurt anything but cleaning it off. $98, $99. Shouldn't take too much longer before she's 100 again. Anytime now. Okay. Alright, get this back running. Get these going. Actually, no matter what, it's still easier doing it like this. I think it's still quicker too. Alright, that's washing. done. Quickly get the other one washing before I get going on this. And they're all about 20%. I'll go up and grab the pail for the other sluice around. Grab said pail. So you know this way works better. That way I don't forget said pail. After all, a bit of a knob and forget about this shit. Oh, drop that one on the ground. Oh well. Sounds like it went far. Like everything else in this game, it didn't go far. On the plus side, got this down to a pat in science. You know, when it works. Doesn't fall through the grate. Back down. Boop. Alright, shall we see if this stuff is actually worth anything? Yeah, it's going up fairly quick, so that's a promising sight. Well, hopefully this contains some good gold. I think we made over 100 so far. Really good stuff's in that one. $6.55. There we go, now it's going up fairly good. So 204 was the best last time. 225.61. We are definitely getting better and better gold ways. Oh, no one can read that. Stupid lightning. Nobody can read that either. Stupid ground. So we're sitting at 69.40. That's not bad. It's really not bad. Alright, I think that's going to be it for me tonight. Hope you guys have enjoyed, as per usual. If you are new here and you're watching this at a later date, hit that subscribe button, as it does help us grow. And of course, you can do that both with underneath the video and of course the Huskarl in the bottom right corner. Smack him upside the head, pops out a button. Simple as that. And he may or may not drool on you, but that's a side effect. And of course you can hit the likes, the share to all your friends and family, because it does help us grow, and the notification bell so you know when we go live.